Dear Biden, we all know how much you yearn for world domination, but it seems like you're taking it to a whole new level by targeting France's nuclear might. Why are you getting Macron all hot and fuming by flirting with Trudeau? Namaste and welcome to a fresh new episode of The New World Order with me, Atul Mishra. Let's begin. US and European countries have poured billions of dollars in aid and weapons to the war as a bait to instigate Russia. After Sweden and Finland ditched NATO, it is that in the army general. However, the puppet king, consumed by power and fear This time, it's not only about exercising its military or economic muscles. This time, it's about something far more sinister and nefarious. US is now in a bid to take over a French-based company owned by Canada. That's right. The US is taking over a French company owned by Canada that sells nuclear submarine parts. But why is this so? The official story is that it's all business, but let's be honest, this is all about grabbing control of French nuclear submarines, which are recognized for having superior capabilities to AUKUS. And obviously, the French government is displeased. They're concerned about their own industrial sovereignty and the loss of nuclear submarine technology. However, the US is unfazed. They are determined to become a superpower or remain a superpower at whatever cost. And if that involves taking over a French corporation in order to obtain the technology, so be it. The French government wants to keep nuclear submarine parts supplier Seagold out of American hands at a time when France and the US are at odds over the Inflation Reduction Act, a $369 billion package of green subsidies and tax breaks that Paris and Brussels have slammed as a protectionist move in violation of global trade rules. Tensions between the two countries have risen and fallen in recent years, reaching alarming levels in 2021 when the US snatched away a multi-billion euro submarine contract negotiated by Paris with Canberra. The American takeover of the France-based company is now proving to be a litmus test for France's economic sovereignty ambitions. In a deal revealed earlier this year, Seagold's present owner, Canada's industrial valves business, Velen, will be acquired by American industrial machinery major Flowserve. Seagold manufactures industrial valves for France's flagship Charles de Gaulle aircraft carrier and supplies components for nuclear-powered submarines produced by state-owned shipyard Naval Group. If the transaction goes through, Seagold will be under American ownership, increasing fears in Paris that Washington may gain access to critical French technology. In recent weeks, the purchase has become an extremely contentious political issue, with right-wing MPs asking Le Maire to prevent the American buyer and a surprising left-wing contender appearing as a bidder. Now is the time for Paris to show its muscle and use its veto power to prevent America from taking over. But let us take a moment to step back and ask ourselves why the US is so desperate to become or remain a superpower. To spread democracy and freedom, to alleviate global poverty, or to combat climate change? No, it's merely a desire to be the number one. In this circumstance, having the best nuclear submarines is essential. It is no secret that the US already possesses the world's greatest military budget, outspending the next 10 countries combined, most of them France. Despite this, they continue to pump money into their military-industrial complex in the pursuit of global dominance. I'm not arguing that the US shouldn't have a robust military or aim for technological supremacy. But there is a distinction to be made between a responsible global leader and a reckless superpower. And I'm not even talking about China here. And I'm afraid that the United States under Joe Biden is falling in the latter category.